Bill, if you wrote a biography, what would the title be? And genre? Well, that's a compliment, I think.
Do you read?
Yeah. Is it book week, is it? Chaz, how are you, mate?
Steady, good.
What are you reading there?
I'm reading 11 Bats by Harry Moffat. Let's go find out if we've got some other book lovers here.
Let's go.
We're about to approach Collingwood's most avid reader.
Das, how you going,
Welcome.
Oscar?
Welcome.
I'm really nervous to be here with TikTok viral sensation Charlie Dean.
Should be.
This is pretty overwhelming.
Das, what was the last book you've read?
The last book I've read was called Notes from a Young Black Chef, and it is a memoir written by one of the biggest chefs in New York right now. And he's African American guy who had a really amazing life story to becoming a top chef. So
the last book I read was The Magic Bunny last night to Lenny. Hungry Caterpillar the night before.
The last book I read was The Silent Patient, a little fiction thriller. It was really good. Okay, walk us through it. Essentially, the main character is she's a patient in a mental institution. She's silent. She doesn't speak. And something happened. She had a murder happen, and they unravel it slowly, and eventually she speaks. Yeah, I recommend.
Bill, if you wrote a biography, what would the title be? And genre? I'm not doing this, mate. Thanks for having us, Bill.
My favourite book is The Secret, basically manifestation, power of positive thinking, and the book I'm reading at the moment, which is somewhat similar, is Inner Excellence by Jim Murphy.
Wow, you just love developing,
Yeah,
love growing.
Books. I mean, it takes me about 4 months to read it, but I am reading it, so that's the main thing.
Is it book week, is it?
What's your last book you've read?
Has Steenie asked any questions, first of all?
Would you rather Steenie ask you? Okay, Steenie, take it away.
TJ, what was the...
I didn't know what Steenie sounded like.
TJ, what's the last book you've read?
The Power of Now.
What was it about?
It's about the power of now.
I think it was in year 5, Weirdo. Remember the Weirdo books? Yeah. Anyone read the Weirdo books?
Last book was 11 Bats by Harry Moffat.
Maybe Romeo and Juliet, year 12.
Bo, what was the last book you read?
Never read a book, brother.
The Atlas?
Yeah, what's it about?
You know, just like an atlas.
That would be about.
Favorite book ever. Specky McGee.
Specky McGee. So, what was the last book you read?
Specky McGee.
Good out. If you were to write a biography on yourself, what would it be about, and what would the genre be?
Well, wouldn't it just be about my life?
The Tale of Two Sports.
Yep.
Biography, I presume.
Autobiography?
Yeah.
Nice. Love it.
We're just IQ3 autobiography, something like that.
Bit of fragrance, bit of footy in it.
Yeah. I reckon there'd be a good portion of it about life outside of football.
Well, send me a copy when you write it up.
Definitely.
Love to read it.
Yep.
Thanks, kid.
Discount code.
Some perspectives, some takes on different things, if that makes sense.
What sort of things?
Well, just when you're in this position, you play football for a long time, play for a big club, you have lots of experiences that are kind of interesting and unusual and make you go, wow, my life is really weird. So I think I'd probably write about that and then write my reflections on them. So let me know in the comments if you'd be interested in.
I would. No. Steenie, would you?
Yeah, definitely.
Huge. Thanks, Das.
And of course, I'd write about Charlie Dean and how I get to rub shoulders with greatness.
I would love to get Phrase. Phrase would be great. Phrase. Follow him. Come on. You go that way. You get with me. Cutting off. Phrase.
Mate, if it's a full question.
Where's Steenie? We need Steenie. Surround him. You reading at the moment?
I'm reading The Talent Code at the moment. Yeah.
What's that about?
Talent.
Sporting talent.
Sporting talent. Okay. Unlocking sporting talent.
Got a favourite book?
Nah.
Who's the most avid reader at the club?
What does avid mean?
Who reads the most?
You got a lot of books, but you don't read them. I can Chuck because I think his video got like 10 mil likes. Or
He's an old soul.
Yeah, he's an old soul. So.
Story Treehouse 26, 39. I think it goes like that. But that's the last time.
And
about 10 years ago.
favourite book?
Nah.
That's a great answer. Good book. How long have you been here for, Rob?
21st season.
21st season. And in that time, how many books do you think you've read?
Nah, 0. Don't have time for that, dealing with you boys.
Fair enough.
Lipper, what was the last book you read?
Still reading it, but it's called Fourth Wing. Yeah, Book Talk will be happy with that.
Are we allowed to talk about conspiracies? Is that
You go low level.
low level? We're talking about the pyramids.
What about the pyramids?
Alien job, we think. Just the way they're constructed, they point to true north, south, east, west. It's too convenient for mine. And there's some deeper ones that probably aren't suitable.
You've had a pretty colourful life so far. Tradie, footballer, man of many skills. If you were to write a biography, what would it be called and what would the genre be?
Cert 3 in electrotechnology. That's it.
I used to get a few footy records when I go to games.
I'll count that.
Yeah.
Do you read the paper?
Not often. Little snippets of it, but not properly.
Your favourite book, if you were to recommend one book to a person that they must read?
Well, I like reading sport books, so Pete Carroll, Always Compete. I enjoyed that book. Took me about 3 years to get through. What are you doing here?
I was about to ask the question.
What's your role in all this?
If you were to write an autobiography, what would it be called?
Oh, I can't.
So many ideas.
So many things, mate. Yeah, so many things. I'd have to come back to you, mate. What would you call it if I was the right one?
Actually, don't know. Fraser's Prodigy.
The title band, what would the genre be?
Right now, 2.5 Men. You big boys here. Yeah, and it will be about my little footy journey. 2.5 Men. Thank you.
Huge. Thanks, Leggy.
A life at Collingwood. Not happy with that. To write an autobiography, what would it be called?
I don't know, mate. Why are you asking me that?
How to rub a calf.
How to rub a calf? Yeah, it's pretty boring.
Thanks, Rob.
It'll be very short. The genre would be just, I don't know, life.
Picture book or novel?
Yeah, picture book with less words.
Okay. Yeah. Big font.
Yeah, large font like.
They're the good books though. You actually
sentences.
you get them. Yeah. Rhyming.
Rhyming.
Can
Yeah.
you give us a rhyme?
Who is the most avid reader at the club?
Probably Charlie, I would have thought.
Why's that?
Well, you seem to think you know a lot about a lot, so I'm assuming you read a lot.
Bit of head wobble.
Bit of head wobble.
Well, that's a compliment, I think.
Do you read?
Yeah. Who is the most likely at the club to write a book?
To write a book? Oh, I reckon D Moore might do like an autobiography or something. Chaz could do a novel, I reckon. Yeah, he's quite
soul.
Yeah, the old soul, quite creative. As we've seen, he's blown up on social media reading, so maybe Chaz.
We'll see you next.
How's this segment going?
might be the first and last.
I would have thought so. You need a new sidekick.
Hey Magpie Army, thanks for watching today. Unfortunately, we didn't find too many readers.
We'd probably have more luck going back into time. Don't think the modern generation reads too much. So it's just Steenie and I in the book club for now. So Steenie, what's the last book you read?
Yeah, so there's this book called The Hobbit. And it changed my life.
How good Star Wars?
Star Wars, Star Trek.
It's a great book.